Hello everyone, welcome back to this Microsoft Excel tutorial journey with me on my Knowledge Factor YouTube channel. This is the 84th session today, and today we are going to start a new section. It's all about importing and exporting data inside Microsoft Excel. So during this section of the course, we are going to be taking a look at how to import data from an external source, whether that external source is something simple like a text file or something more expansive and larger, such as a Microsoft Access database. Now we are going to take a look at both of them here. The interface might look a bit different based on the version that you are working in, but in the next videos, which gets into getting transformed combined with Powered Query to do the importing for you. So let's jump into the main content. Let's take a look at how we can import data from an external source into a Microsoft Excel. So let's start. So again, during this section of the course, we are going to take a look at some import features built into Microsoft Excel. You may have data from other sources such as text files, CSV files, databases, whether that's an Access database or some other database in the backend, right? Maybe it's a web page that you want to be able to pull data from, but you have got external data that you now want to import and work with inside of Microsoft Excel. So during this video right here that you are watching currently, we are going to first take a look at perhaps one of the most important sources to import data from. We are going to take a look at importing from a text file or a CSV file. Really, it imports the same for both, right? In this instance, we are going to be importing data from a tab delimited text file. Now, I'm going to show this to you. So I'm going to show you what the text file looks like by default. I have kept it open on my computer in the native application. In this case, it's Notepad. We'll see what it looks like, and then we will see how to import it into Microsoft Excel. Now, I do want to point out that I'm currently in 2021 working inside of the latest Excel through Office 365. Now, Microsoft changed the way that imports happen from various sources in the newer editions of the Microsoft Excel. If you are on the 2013 or earlier version, your interface might look a bit different, right? Just depending on what commands you have there. But the old import wizard is still available, and actually I have got videos that are inside of this section about the old interface as well. So you look at your interface and you say, hey, does it look like mine? If it doesn't, then you can jump ahead. You can skip these videos and you can take a look at the older version of the import wizard that accommodate on your system. So just watch for that. If the interface doesn't work for you, look for the other videos, and it should just be in the next couple of videos coming up. Now, inside the newer releases, and like I said, I'm actually going to open up the text file in front of you first, and here it is. So this should have been downloaded. Hopefully you have downloaded the exercise files at the beginning of this 1 or 2 section of the course. Inside of there, I have got one called sales data text import.txt, right? And this is what it looks like. And on the Windows system, I give it a double click. It automatically opens it up inside of Notepad. And if you are on a Mac, you may open it up inside of the text editor as well. But regardless of what it opens up inside of, it is tab delimited file. I have got column headers at the top, rows of records down below, and each column is separated by a tab on my keyboard, typed in year, then tab, month tab, type tab, salesperson tab, and so on. Or the system that this got exported from used the tabs for us, and it separated that data. Now, ultimately that tab delimiter is going to help Excel identify the data and how it should be structured inside of the document, where the column breaks should take place, and so on. Now this is tab delimited, but another very common one is a comma separated document, where each column or each value will be separated by a comma. Now there is actually several different types of delimiter, and we'll actually see that as we start to import this data. So let me move this and close that window first. So inside of Excel, I'm going to my data tab at the top of my screen, and I'm going to find get and transform data section. Now, like I mentioned, this is a newer version of Microsoft Excel, get and transform, which has all your import options here. Now, ultimately, once we start importing, this is going to take us into Excel Power Query, where we can ultimately do some additional transforming of the data if we like, or you can just start to load it and dump it directly into Excel. But now I'm going to go into get data from file, from text and CSV. I'll give that a click, and now this is going to ask me to navigate. I'll blur it out for a moment just so you can't watch me navigate my folders. Let's find it. So you're going to navigate to wherever you located or downloaded those files to. This mine says data text import. I'll get the double click. So just the import, let's give it a moment, and this is going to open up my import wizard. Now, like I mentioned, if you are working on a much earlier version of Excel, your beginning step here is going to be a bit different. They take you through what's called the text import, and I'll show you where that located at. And there's another video that I actually walked through the entire steps for the earlier version of Excel. So here the first option is file origin. It's Western European Windows, right? It's a tab delimited document. You see here the delimiter is set to tab. You notice that it's nice and formatted down below. You do have other delimiters if that's what your file calls for. Like I said, the tabs, a very common one. Comma is another very common one as well. So I keep a tab, right? I keep it as per my document, as per my text document. Excel does a good job of identifying that for us. Typically, sometimes not always completely accurate, but you can choose your delimiter right there. It is basing off the data of the first 200 rows. You do have some other options here, but for performance reason, the first 200 sounds good. Now, the lower right corner, I have got few options. I can use the load to operations, right? Those are the two options there, where I need to say, hey, create a table and dump it into my Excel worksheet. Right, and I'm working on just side of a brand new blank workbook here with a single sheet, or I can go into transform data, which would open up a secondary interface, Excel Power Query, where I can start to transform the data and clean it up. All sorts of operation inside there. So if you haven't gotten into Excel Power Query, highly recommended you get in there and take a look at what Power Query is all about. Now for this example, I'm just going to go to the load to, and it's going to give me a few options, right? Where do I want to import the data? I'm going to keep it a table. I do have an option here to be able to put in a pivot table or pivot chart as well, right? I also have an option to dump it into what's called the connection or create a connection only, right? So now the really neat thing about importing this data through these commands here is the table that we are about to create here is actually still connected to the original source, that original notepad document I opened earlier. So if somebody updates that notepad, that text file, I can then refresh my table here and I would get the updated data, right? Connection, people still working there, I can update it here, get the update that I need. Now for just the example here, I'm going to keep it in a table. I'm going to do an existing worksheet rather than a new one. You can do a new one if you like to, and I'll keep it inside of cell A1 here, and I'm going to go ahead and hit OK. Give it just a moment and it will give you the data. There's my data, nicely imported, very little input on my part. Really just what's the file, what's the delimiter, and what do you want to do with it, and you got your data inside of Excel. So now I can start calculating it, sorting it, filtering it, creating pivot tables, whatever I need to do, all based off of the text file that we saw earlier. So try this out again. It's on your data tab underneath getting transformed. I went to get the data from the text and CSV. Right, so try it out. Thanks for watching this tutorial, and as I always say, if you really liked it and enjoying this journey, then please do like, share and subscribe my channel, and also press the bell icon to get the latest content update on this channel. Alright, then we'll meet up in the next session. In case you have any questions, any concerns, then do let me know in the comment section of this video. So see you in the next session. So till then, stay safe, have a great life, and take very good care of yourself.